If you are Souls-like games lover, spend a few minutes discovering this promising title. Hi, it's Mardax here and welcome to my channel. If you want to discover more and cool indie games, don't forget to subscribe. Let's start video. Probably I don't need to explain what games called as Souls-likes are, but most of titles play on different level with that convention. Of course, sometimes comes from that something good, and sometimes not. Also, most of titles are in full 3D, and I understand why. It's just harder to make Souls-like games more or less similar to From Software Studio games if they are not in 3D. But wait, don't get me wrong, there is few 2D games based on that genre, and they are somehow successful. Here we have another example of this. Dark Devotion. To be honest, Dark Devotion is not only Souls-like game, because it's also roguelike too. As you will start this strange adventure, Dark Souls fans quickly gonna feel similar vibes. The game is very dark and mysterious, full of unknown. We only get some info on how story starts, and that's it. Plenty of questions, why, and why something happened. And you need to find answers by yourself. And here is one of many similarities to From Software productions. You need to really get inside the story to discover it and understand it. In many places you will be able to find scripts, notes, or fallen Templars that will give you some info around the world and hints about hidden locations. Later you will be able to unlock library, where all of these notes and stories will be available again. Anyways, story comes around religious aspects like baptism and pagans and more and more. So there is whole mysterious story to discover and uncover and understand it, and maybe after many hours of rage, you are gonna discover it. To be honest, thing that can shock you is completely different setup about controllers. I was playing game using old Xbox 360 controller, and attacking was performed by pressing trigger buttons. The same goes with shield. And I know, it sounds stupid, but after some time you catches it and it seems to be legit. Trust me, it works and feels kinda natural. Game is set in heavy dark atmosphere. Plenty rooms where you don't see too much, and that also means easy falling into the traps if you will be too confident. As traps like spears from ceiling or swinging axes, you will just lose one armor or health. But for traps like spikes on the ground or places where you can fall deep down, you will just die. Sometimes that can be really annoying, especially after 1 hour of good gameplay. But this is the type of the game. And you have to watch your steps. Just get good. Beside traps, there's a plenty of strange individuals and monsters lurking around corners. All of them can kill you. And without learning their abilities, it can make you perform some mistakes. But thanks to rolling mechanic, you can easily manage to avoid many of critical hits. As you can use shield to protect yourself, but to be good in this, you need to get good. Also, in this aspect, you can't forget about stamina, which is important. Trust me, especially where you find group of enemies with different abilities. As you will drain your stamina, you will be unable to perform attacks and do rolls. And this is longer description for getting just defeated. Anyways, to prevent such situations, you can use one-hand type of weapons and also two-handed weapons. To this second category, besides giant axes and maces, you can add bows, that are often useful but have small number of arrows that you can carry with your character at once. Also, there is few types of like magic-based weapon called books. You can use them instead of shield. Character need to enchant spell and then cast it. I'm not fan of it because it took a lot of time to cast a spell. And also often if you will enchant it and don't let character like 1 second of animation to cast it, because we're gonna do roll or move your character to avoid attack, spell casting got reset. And this is annoying. Also, it's based on fate, which is something like mana. and many shrines require it by praying to them. There is no need for potions, because fate can be regenerated by killing monsters and other different creatures. In addition to that, from killing enemies you also get violet souls that allows you to unlock perks. There is a plenty of them, but they are categorized by 5 lanes, and in one lane or section you can have actively only one perk at once. Game at the beginning doesn't explain anything, and I spent few minutes discovering how health and armor system works. In typical games we have bar with health or armor and that's it. Dark Devotion choose another way for that. We have like small red bubbles that indicates how many hits we can get, and the same goes with armor, where it is represented by shield above health. To increase any of these we have to find relics and armor that have more slots. While playing you will also obtain blessings that are very needed to survive, and they work like various buffs. But also there are disease or curses that naturally are debuffs. Both things you can obtain from standing too long in some places, getting hit, or using items. Game doesn't tell specifically how to obtain both, it's kinda random. Some items have small circle in white or violet color, so automatically while using this item you will get blessing or curse. Main problem with curses is that if you will be in tight spot obtaining one curse, it can be easy, but in hard moment you can even obtain like few of this from every hit you get. And they are really random too. Some drains your stamina, some block some of your skills, but some of them are pain in the ass like hell, because they work like if you will do roll, you have chance to hurt yourself. So, for example, if you have like 1 health left, then you can easily die just by doing roll. Additional problem is that there is only 2 ways to remove curses. Using special item that hurts you, but remove 1 curse. And also there is a shrine. Praying at shrine costs 20 fate, so even eventually you will be able to remove few curses. But trust me, if you don't try to remove them as soon as you can, they can overwhelm you and game will be hard like hell, even unplayable. Of course, in games like roguelike, you can't forget about bosses. Because game map is separated by sections, and often between one section and another one you will happen to find bosses. Mostly they are kinda easy. You have to memorize their moveset, and if you will die, and trust me, you will die many times in this game. Often before bosses you can find like teleportation shrine that works in the way that you can have only one shrine activated at once. After rebirth at base, you can go through the activation portal and trace again. Of course, bosses can require some skills, and sometimes much easier will be killing them by using two-handed weapon, and sometimes otherwise, so you have to find your sweet spot. But anyway, rebirthing, of course without items and stuff you collected before, is just normal for this type of game, and especially if this is roguelike, like Dark Devotion. Anyways, there's a Blacksmith that always can bring you some stuff to be ready for another battles, and you can expand it, because while playing you can obtain also blueprints for various weapons, and then you can ask Blacksmith to craft entire setup for you. And it's just for free, because in game there is no like money system or shop system too. In lore they are just helping you. To be honest, there's few more stuff, and to tell about them it will require like more time, because there are totems that boost your character permanently and more. So if you are Dark Souls games fan, you should at least check Dark Devotion, because it can let you spend some hours in similar game that you like. Thank you very much for watching this video. Before ending it, if you wanna discover more cool indie games, don't forget to subscribe for more, and also maybe leave a like to help this video boost along the algorithm of YouTube. So, see you later. Bye.